So in last lecture we discussed about PLA, which is one of the category of PLD, and we have seen that in PLA there is an array of programmable AND plane and array of programmable OR plane, and the logic is implemented in PLA in the form of sum of the product. Now we will see PAL. Now in PAL, okay. So just like PLA, there are the inputs, right? Input will pass through the buffers and inverters, and this block will generate a true value and a complement value of the inputs. And now these inputs will pass through programmable AND plane. Programmable AND plane is used to generate product term. It is used to generate product terms. Now the output of this programmable AND plane is a product term like P1, P2, this is PK, right? PK like this. And these product terms will feed into the fixed OR plane. And this OR plane will generate the outputs. So here we are having the outputs, right? So the main difference between PLA and PAL is here in PAL we have fixed OR plane, right? So there is no switches in the OR plane. No programming is allowed in the OR plane. See, basically what will happen in PLA, we have seen these type of AND planes, and these type of AND planes which are having the switches. These type of switches are there, right? And in OR plane also these type of switches were available like this. Okay, from here. So switches are there in AND and OR both. So now you see, if a signal will pass through this switch, then due to the presence of the switch, the presence of this metal, right, there will be some propagation delay of the signals, right? Now once the output of this AND gate, which is the product term, now this product term will also pass through these switches. So again, since switch is present in the OR plane also, so again there will be some propagation delay. So in case of PLA, where the AND plane and OR plane both are programmable, the speed of the operation will be more. Speed of the operation will be, means it will take more time for a signal to pass through these programmable AND plane and OR plane due to the presence of the switches, right? Speed will reduce. Now here what is done in PAL, in place of programmable OR plane we are having now fixed OR plane. So this means now there is no switch in the OR plane. So now speed of the operation will be fast now, right? But there is one disadvantage, that OR plane is not programmable, so we have less flexibility, right? So in PAL we have less flexibility, but speed of the operation is fast. Okay. So here I have shown you the gate level diagram of a PAL having two inputs. These are the two inputs. Four product terms. So four product terms means four AND gates will be there. Four AND gates and two outputs. Two outputs means there will be two OR gates, right? So now here you can see in the AND plane, right? This AND plane, this is programmable. You can see the presence of the switches here, right? So these are the switches, and these are programmable. Already we discussed in the previous lecture how to program it. Once we will write the HDL code of our requirement, then after simulation we will check the functionality. Then if it is okay, then we will pass this particular HDL code through another tool, that is a synthesis tool. And during the synthesis tool we will give the information about this PAL about the target technology during the synthesis, and then we will generate one bitmap file, and then this device PAL will be placed over one programmer, and the bitmap file will be downloaded through the programmer into this PAL, and according to the bitmap file, the switches will be blown or it may remain intact, right? So here the programming will be done only in the AND plane, whereas in the out plane, wherever in the OR plane, you just see this OR gate, this one. Suppose this is product term number 1, this is product term number 2, product term number 3, this is product term number 4. So this OR gate is connected to the product term number 1 and product term number 2. Now in second OR gate, the inputs are connected to product term number 3 and product term number 4, and these OR gates are generating the outputs as output 1 and output 2. In this way, flexibility is less because OR plane is fixed. But since in the OR plane there are no switches, so speed of the operation will be fast. So this is the simplified diagram, right? So this single line here, which is to the input of AND gate, it indicates that this input to this AND gate is A bar, B and B bar through switch, right? So this single line indicates there are 4 inputs to this AND gate. Same way, this line indicates there are 4 inputs to this AND gate. This single line indicates there are 4 inputs to this AND gate, and this single line indicates there are 4 inputs to this AND gate. Now the outputs are directly connected to the OR gate without any switch. So this way, this is a simplified diagram. Okay, now here we will see one example. Implement the following Boolean expression in PAL. So expression is F1 A bar B plus AB bar, F2 AB plus A bar B. So here we will see total how many inputs are there for our this logic. Total number of inputs required are 2, A and B. And total how many number of product terms are required? Total number of product terms generated are 3. So see, one product term is this A bar B. Second product term is AB bar. Third product term is AB, and fourth this one A bar B is already covered here. Both product terms are same. So this is A bar B, right? But here in PAL, if the same product term is repeated, right? So we need one additional AND gate for this product term. Whereas in case of PLA, if the same product term is repeated somewhere in another expression, in that case we don't need a separate AND gate. Same product term which is already generated by one AND gate can be utilized in OR section also, which is again programmable. But here in PAL, if though the product terms are same in F1 and F2 expression, but we need four different AND gates. Right now you see here, these are the inputs AB. These are the four AND gates, right? So AND gates are programmable. So now you see this. Okay, we write here product term 1. We call it as A B bar is my product term 1. Product term 2 is A bar B. This A bar, this is P1. This is P2, right? And P3 is this AB. P3 product term is AB, and P4 product term is this A bar B. A bar B, right? Okay. So now my this AND gate is generating a product term P1, A bar B. So for this, now in this simplified diagram, simply what we have to do, simply you put one cross. This cross indicates, right? This cross is the indication that switch is intact, right? It is intact. It is not blown. And the absence of the there is no cross. So no cross means switch is blown. So absence of the cross. Absence of cross indicates switch is blown. There is no switch, right? So now you can see here the presence of this switch indicates here A term will come, and the switch, the cross here indicates the B bar term will be there. So this AND gate will generate A B bar, right? Same way for this AND gate. Now you see, since I mentioned cross here, this cross indicates the presence of switch in A bar line. So A bar input is available to the input of this AND gate, and this cross indicates that the B input is available to the input of this AND gate. So this AND gate will generate this product term number 2, A bar B, and both of these product terms are connected to this OR gate, right? So output of this OR gate will give us the function F1, this function F1. Now come to this third AND gate. Now cross here indicates that A is available to the input of AND gate because switch is intact. Now cross here indicates the B is available to the input of this AND gate, right? So this AND gate will generate a product term number 3. Now come to this AND gate. This cross indicates the presence of the switch in A bar line. So A bar is available to the input of this AND gate, and this cross indicates the presence of the switch in B line. So B is available, right? And this AND gate will generate my product term number 4. Now product term number 3 and 4 is connected to the input of this OR gate. So we will get the function F implemented through this OR gate. So here you can see this function is implemented through this OR gate. So in this way logic is designed. Okay. Now this is about the PAL. Now, as I already told you, in PLD, basically PLD, you can divide PLDs in two classes, right? In one class, there is PLA, there is PAL, and there is CPLD. CPLD. And in another class, there is FPGA, right? So difference is in FPGA, there is no AND plane and no OR plane. The basic element to implement the logic is LUT, lookup table. Whereas in these three cases, there is programmable AND plane and programmable OR plane. We have seen in PLA, AND plane, OR plane, both are programmable. In PAL, AND plane is programmable, but OR plane is not programmable. And in CPLD, CPLD means complex programmable logic device. So here in CPLD, suppose this is one CPLD, this is one CPLD. So inside this CPLD, there are many PAL type of structures are there, right? So complexity is more since there are many PAL. So due to the many PAL, it is called as complex PLD, right? Complex programmable logic device. But there is no difference basically between this CPLD and PAL type of structure, because in CPLD also we are having PAL where the AND plane is programmable and OR plane is fixed, but the number of PAL type of structure is more, right? So we will not go in the detail of these CPLD, because currently in the market these PLA, PAL and CPLD, these devices are not used. The device which is used for the implementation of the logic is FPGA, right? So in next lecture we will discuss about the FPGA.